And we should be live again. Hopefully everyone is back on. Apologies about that. We seem to have a little bit of a meltdown, but we are back. Can we get everyone back that we had before? That is the big question, because we're doing quite well. Apologies about that. We seem to have a little. There we go. Everything is fine. So let's just get everyone back on, and it'll be great. It's two people. Everyone's went, oh, fuck that. That's the news. It's over and done. It's dusted. Anyway, the big news this evening is the fact that Celtic are the champions again. Again. Celtic were the champions at the weekend, and Hearts went into complete, absolute meltdown with the fact that the game was allegedly. Now, we will go through and I'm going to listen to the audio once again, because I think that we need to hear the audio. The game was allegedly. Now, there we go. There's plenty of audio. So, Niall, there's plenty of audio. I've just listened to it. Let's listen to the audio from the pitch invasion. Yes, let's listen to it again. The audio from the pitch invasion, just to see what. We need to remind ourselves, don't we?
Of home fans run onto the pitch to celebrate. The game was then put to an end, meaning Celtic.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
A whistle being blown. FA and the SPFL questioning the troubling precedent set by the premature end.
Clock's good.
Okay.
Clock's good.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
It was clearly on half and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll check it. Checking on-field decision of goal. I think let's just go for this. Aye, just make sure there's nothing that we've not missed.
We've got a pitch invasion.
Clear header, yeah. And we've got the time. There's no foul there.
Guinness has said blow the whistle.
Half.
Guinness has said blow the whistle.
Don, it's Kevin confirming on-field decision of goal. Check complete.
Blow the whistle.
You're nearly.
Blow the
Hearts
whistle.
are happy to finish, Don. Hearts are happy to finish. Derek McInnes has told me they're happy to finish. Come on. So they can get their players off. They want their players off the pitch. The Hearts want their players off.
Hearts.
Is it finished?
Is it finished?
Aye.
Confirming the game is finished.
Okay.
Yeah, confirming the game's finished.
We've got to get back to the.
Checking on-field decision.
I need to
of
listen to
goal.
this again.
By the premature end.
Good.
Okay. Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
Clock's good.
Okay. Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
There's no goalkeeper.
It was clearly on half and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll check it. Checking on-field decision of goal. I think let's just go for this. Aye, just make sure there's nothing that we've not
We've
missed.
got a pitch invasion.
Clear header, yeah. And we've got the time. There's no foul there.
Guinness has said blow the whistle.
Half.
Pitch invasion.
Yeah. Don, it's Kevin confirming on-field decision of goal. Check complete.
Blow the whistle.
You're nearly.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
Hearts are happy to finish, Don. Hearts are happy to finish. Derek McInnes has told me they're happy to finish. Come on. So they can get their players off. They want their players off the pitch.
And there you
The
go.
Hearts want their players off.
53.
Is it finished?
Well over.
Yeah, it's finished. Good one.
Confirming game is finished.
Okay.
Yeah, confirming the game's finished.
There we go. Confirming the game has finished. So, will Celtic get an apology, or will Celtic just do the right thing and move on? I wonder when the board will announce the new management team of Maloney and Fozzie. Steve McManus and Neil moving upstairs, says Jim Alistair. As Lauren says, there is an argument still there. Is there? Did Lauren say something about an argument? Tell you what you need to do is get the mainstream media out of Celtic Park, letting those rats in while fan media is banned are disgraceful. It's more than disgraceful, I think, Lauren. I would be very selective on who I would be letting into Celtic Park tomorrow, and it would be interesting to get the reaction and wonder if none of the mainstream media will apologise. Of course they won't. They will be having absolutely none of it. Absolutely none of it. And the worst thing that could have happened to me tonight was that the video just dying, because the numbers have just dropped away down. Anyway, Craig Bellamy has been reported again, has been linked with the Celtic manager's job. It will be interesting to see whom is offered the job. I think that there may be an approach made by the board on a Monday. Right, like I said, in the previous video, get on the chat and tell me who you are calling out. Who do you want to call out? This is your opportunity live on air. Wee Stevie and his brother are still melting down. They're in puddles now. O'Neill said a Leverkusen game stopped 3 minutes prematurely because of the pitch invasion. Both teams agreed. Slander is not freedom of press. No chance we'll get an apology. It's all on media. Stick the apologies up. They won't mean it. Yeah, this is very true. Media won't pick and probe. That's it for the next 4 days now. Well, there's one thing for sure. They will turn their hatred to either Martin O'Neill and the man that they love to hate in Scottish football is Neil Lennon. It's surprising that there's so many Dunfermline fans, stroke Rangers fans, who have bought tickets for the Dunfermline end in hope that Celtic capitulate and absolutely just fall to pieces at Hampden. It won't happen. Celtic will run out triumphant. Martin O'Neill will want to get one over his old captain, and it was his old captain who was the captain of Celtic the last time that Martin O'Neill stood out on the park at Hampden when they was in the Scottish Cup. Let's listen to Sin Salo.
Phil, how have the last few days been at Lennoxtown after Saturday's title win?
Yeah, very good, very good. Everyone obviously understands the reality that we've got a job to do here on Saturday, and very much focused on that one. You come to a big club and the most important thing is always the next one, is always the next game. So that's very much the message that has been honed into us for the whole week and has been for the whole season, to be honest. So yeah, we're looking to try and round off a season here on Saturday.
Yeah, for you, I was wondering that winning feeling that you have on Saturday. We've all seen the clip of you running away in celebration before Callum puts the ball in the net. But that winning feeling, it must be addictive. You must just want to relive that again. Yeah,
you've got that before me. It is addictive. It's something that when you experience, you just want more of. Not many footballers in world of football in general win a lot, so to be in that minority is always a privilege. You're at a club where that's expected of you, which is something that everyone understands, and yeah, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than that feeling. You work so hard as a group of players and staff during the season every single day to try and have those moments that we had last week, and yeah, we're looking forward to try and do our very best to try and achieve something like that again on Saturday here against Dunfermline.
That's one thing for sure, is young Sin Salo. We call him young Sin Salo. He looks like a baby-faced assassin, doesn't he? He's a fantastic goalkeeper. And I do hope that Celtic don't try and go out and bring in an experienced goalkeeper. I think that we've got a safe pair of hands going into the next few seasons. And he can only get better as a goalkeeper. Remember, goalkeepers tend to get better as they get older. And I'm sure with Ross Dohan pushing him, if Celtic will need to go out and get a third choice goalkeeper, will it be someone with experience that will try and take the number one slot, or will the club just go, you know what, we've got a fantastic player in there? Fantastic comment from Claire, awaiting the Celtic board statement to protect our club. They weren't slow in putting out a statement to slaughter Rodgers. Let's get some more of these before we listen to the Celtic goalkeeper. Referee could not whistle. Derek McInnes is an absolute sausage. Who cares what he thinks? He's pathetic little man, says Echoes of Edinburgh. I think Celtic will ask Martin O'Neill if he wants to stay. It'll be up to him. That's an interesting one. Bill Leckie. Yes. How good is Sriracha? He's a fantastic player. Oh yes, George Folks. When the news was released, I did go into Twitter. And thank you for reminding me that, Michelle. George Folks, who's been writing to FIFA, writing to whoever, doing that kind of political gesturing bullshit that they come out with. Hearts Lodge SFA complaint over blind and white lines. Yeah, that is it. So I did reply to George Folks when the news came out, and I says, let's just get it on the screen, because I didn't hide, but the funny part was to come. I did reply to him, away and sling shite at yourself, a good old Scottish saying. A good old Scottish, away and fling shite at yourself, you. And what happened? Hey there, you with the sad face, come on to my place for hanging out. George Folks blocks me because this shite bag of a man blocks me because I says to him, away and sling shite at yourself. Not the kind of chat that you would get in Parliament, but you would. That's not as bad as you would get on the street, George. So get over it, as they say. Away and fling shite at yourself. Imagine getting blocked for saying away and fling shite at yourself. Anyway, I would like us to get the Bournemouth manager, and Keith Jackson is hiding tonight. Yeah, he is, isn't he? A lot of the media will be hiding tonight. No one sees. Have you seen the footage of the Hearts pub going mental, saying Maeda goal was offside? Nope, I'm not interested in that, mate. It's over and done with. I think I felt over the moon when the audio was released tonight. I felt like that we've won the league again. I don't think it's more justified. Do you know what? As a Celtic fan, you now know how much they hate us. You know how much that the mainstream media absolutely detest us. And, you know, their club, the Rangers, are shite. 40 million down the drain to finish third again. Hearts, 10 million in the bank. They'll push on next season. Motherwell have just lost their manager. That'll be a big loss to Scottish football. Celtic, Brendan Rodgers walked out, sacked, whatever. We bring in Martin O'Neill. We then let Martin O'Neill leave a couple of weeks before a cup final, devastatingly, and we bring in Wilfred Nancy. I watched a thing with Roy Keane, and Roy Keane says it's not formations. Formations are no, it wasn't. It was Gordon Strachan, actually. Gordon Strachan talking about formations, and he said, you know, players are used to different formations. He says it sometimes down to the players. Whether the players liked Wilfred Nancy or not, well, I don't think the players purposely went out and got Wilfred Nancy the sack. I think the confusion that Wilfred Nancy, when the first half of games, we talk about the season, the first half of games under Wilfred Nancy, he was playing some good football. But whatever he was saying to the players at half time totally confused the players onto the pitch, and it made them make mistakes. Football players, some of them aren't the brightest. Let's be fair. Do you know, I mean, some of the best football players, they're not the full shilling. But when you put a ball at their feet, they turn into something that we could never dream of. And the fact is that when you overcomplicate things for players like it simple, like Martin O'Neill said. You've got one job: get the ball out for the keeper, don't piss about at the back, move forward, go for goal. Simple. Simple as. Wilfred Nancy got his wee board out and he's like, right, do this, go from here to here, and then... And even Callum McGregor's looking at it going, what the fuck? But anyway, even though we had Wilfred Nancy and we lost so many games under Wilfred Nancy, we were way out of it. We were out the title race. There was talk that Celtic could finish 4th in the league. Wilfred Nancy was sacked after 33 days. We thought, that's it, the league's over. Martin O'Neill was called back, ushered. Come back, laddie. It's and let's see what you could do. And I think one of the I went through the thumbnails this morning for the videos, and when we had 7 games to go, and we needed 7 wins. Yeah, I think that's really difficult to get 7 wins. 7 wins and we would do it, and we did it. We won. We won 7 games. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about how Martin O'Neill drove this team on to become champions. It's not giving Martin O'Neill the credit that he's due. You talk about respecting your elders, and there's one thing for sure, there is absolutely no respect in the media for Martin O'Neill. They may act respectful in front of him, courteously. They may acknowledge his superiority. Because he is that, isn't he? He's just a genius. He's a miracle worker. And the veil has slipped. You know, it's not so much a balaclava, is it? It's the thin veil that they've got over that smiles at you. Sometimes they say, keep your enemies closer than your friends. And it's shown, because our enemies were right next to us. And I tell you one thing, they've all let their masks slip over the last couple of days. And it has been unbelievable. Call out Jim White and McCoist. Yeah, you know, Fat Sally, we all know that he hates us. And Jim White, he's got history going all the way back to when we stopped at 10. Their continuation of the anti-Celtic agenda to the media around the world to proclaim that the game was abandoned. Well, I mean, we can keep on. You can watch the time from the referees until you're blue in the face. Although I'd never be blue in the face.
Checking on-field decision of goal.
I mean, there was 8 minutes added time in the game. And the fact that McInnes, it shows you the time here.
It was clearly on half and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll check it.
Troubling precedent.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper. There's no goalkeeper. Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
Looks good.
Okay. Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
Ha ha!
It was clearly on half and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now you can see the 4 different cameras.
Checking on-field decision of goal.
You can see the 4 cameras, the 4 different angles that they have, that they're viewing in VAR. And
there's no foul there.
Guinness is said below the
half.
pitch invasion.
Yeah. Don, it's Kevin confirming on-field decision of goal. Check complete. You're nearly.
blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
Hearts are happy to finish, Don. Hearts are happy to finish. Derek McInnes has told me they're happy to finish. Come on. So they can get their players off. They want their players off the pitch.
They want their players off the pitch. And let's look at... It looks as if he's kicked his pants. You better go check them. Maybe, less about him, the better. Anyway, moving on, and we'll jump into... we have spoken about the fact that Celtic have lost out on the Motherwell manager. And I'm just going to check, because something just flashed up. It's Martin O'Neill. I'm going to listen to a bit of Martin O'Neill before we finish off tonight. Going to get more of your comments. Keith Jackson saying there are still more questions than answers. How? How is there more questions? Can somebody that's maybe a bit more journalistic minded tell me how there could be more questions? Derek McInnes. Okay, there is more questions. Where's Derek McInnes been? Why did Hearts come out and say that the game wasn't finished? Where is the statement from Hearts confirming that Derek McInnes did not say, I want the players off the pitch? That's the game, it's done and dusted. It's very interesting, isn't it? But anyway, I don't think there's one. Let's all move on. That'll be that. Don't want Craig Bellamy as a manager. Another push appointment. If true, Wilma from Alloa on Super Scoreboard should apologise. up to their knuckles and band-aids. McInnes didn't have the decency to let the fact be known only when evidence was presented to Hearts. Sorry, just not sorry for getting caught out. Yeah, and for all the Hearts fans, As they say in Scotland, get it right up you. Yeah, get it right up you. Anyway, Keith Jackson's a lemon. I just want to say Edinburgh is green and white. It is that. And if I have posted, and if you don't follow, there's an ex-wee Celtic player. He was a cracking wee player. He's a wee hibby. He's a big hibby. He's a wee hibby. But he did. Derek Riordan. Yes, yeah, that one player that played for Celtic once. Derek Riordan. He's absolutely been giving it to Hearts tight on his Instagram. It's wonderful to watch, honestly. He absolutely loves it. He's loving it. And there's nothing in it. If you wait a minute, we'll sing the Celtic song. Boyd McCoys have gone strangely quiet. There's a thousand clowns to call it. It would take too long. Yes, Shearer and Lineker. The EBT cheat salaries calling out. Oh, I tell you, there's one thing that we know that Scottish football is very, very divisive, and there was an article that I was sent today. I didn't have time to read it all, but do you know, the more and more that Celtic are successful, the more and more that they are hating it, and the more and more they want us to rein in our. Now, I've seen fair play to Aston Villa. Aston Villa did an open bus stop tour of Birmingham. A city of two teams, let that be said. A city of Birmingham City Football Club and Aston Villa. Two teams in a city. And Aston Villa were allowed to do an open top bus for winning a trophy. When was the last time that Celtic were allowed to do an open top bus around the city? What part of the city would they go around? Are they going to have to go out to Cumberland or Rutherglen and get the bus back in for Rutherglen, or do they come out Celtic Park and go out the back entrance, drive round the street and come back in? And they certainly couldn't drive up and down London roads because there's too many Rangers fans in the area. And that's the reality of Scottish football. Nobody's calling out that, are they? They're calling out the missing minutes. Well, there was no missing minutes. There was no missing time. We've seen the way that the game was played out, and Derek McInnes asked kindly for the game to be stopped so he could get the players off the pitch. There's a very anti-Celtic agenda in Scotland, a very anti-Catholic agenda in Scotland, and I've been there and saw. I've been in. When you've been in business as long as what I was back home, you come across sectarianism in Scottish business, and it is there. When it comes to the football and the fact that Celtic fans have went through a phenomenal period since Martin O'Neill was first here, since Martin O'Neill stopped the rot at Celtic, they could say, and Martin O'Neill set us on the way forward to winning. We hadn't won a treble since Jock Stein before Martin O'Neill came to Celtic. We didn't think we were going to win trebles again. When Brendan Rodgers came in, we were still going through a successful period. We'd been winning the league under Neil Lennon. We won another couple of titles under Ronnie Dyler. Brendan Rodgers was coming in to take over what was a team that was okay. There were some players in it that needed a bit of motivation. The manager that had just left didn't have the full support of all the players or the fans. But Brendan Rodgers came in and was seen as an elite manager and gave Celtic even more success. At a time that when the Scottish media and the Scottish narrative were thinking, yes, their club is back. The Rangers are back to save the day. Rangers are light years behind us. And yes, if they were to get into the Champions League a couple of years in a row, that may the pendulum may swing the other way. But the anti-Celtic feeling that has been everywhere, not just in Scotland. You've got people in England talking about it. You've got people all over the world talking about it. And it's a sad indictment on Scottish society. And I'm going to say that. No other club would have to put up with what Celtic Football Club has had to put up with in the last week. It's just unbelievable. Where does Celtic go from here? We go and win another cup. We go and win another cup because the hatred makes us stronger. The negativity towards us makes us stronger. If there's one thing that you want to unite the Celtic fans, it's not a board. It's the media. It's the man in the street. It's the anti-Celtic sentiment that continues. And the more that goes on, the stronger that makes us as a fan base. That pulls us together more than anything. And they don't realise it. They don't realise it. They're hoping that we're going to fall to bits. They think that we're going to go against the board and just start not winning things and not backing the team, and it just falls to pieces. That's what they want. But what they don't realise is, when it really comes to it, we will back the team better than any other team, louder than any other team. And I'll tell you one thing, we are the champions. Simply the best. Better than the rest. Better than anything. Anything I've ever seen. Anyway, a couple of super chats have came in. John, the truck driving legend. Evening, fellow Celtic fans. A correction from your video this morning. It was a year ago that scored the winner in 2007. Not Van of Hesselbank. Yeah, I was corrected. Celtic Supporters Club from Dunfermline. Dunfermline number 1 CSC. The pub was called the Eastport. That was it. It was the Eastport pub. Thank you for correcting me, mate. Eastport. They do an absolutely they used to do a fantastic lunch on a Sunday. Just saying. And anyway, George Folks has cancelled his travel lodge booking. But Lineker should stick to crisp adverts. Martin O'Neill is the true assassin, Baz. Just that's poor Derek. Yes, he is that. Definitely keep Sin Salo as number 1. Definitely would ask Martin to stay for another season until we get the right manager, 100%. Who would be the right man? Who 100% would be the right manager for Celtic? I mean, we could keep Martin O'Neill for another year. He gets to spend 30 million on players. A lot of players leave the club. There's a big turnaround. There's a good set of youth players at the club that just need that little bit of chance, and they're in training with the team. Martin O'Neill would be that man to give them their opportunity. And I don't mean pushing them on and using Callum Osmond as a number 1 striker. Martin O'Neill he's got a record. Sean Maloney is sitting right next to him, so is Fozzie. Do you know what I mean? Martin O'Neill brought through an amazing amount of players at his time at Celtic as a manager. He was probably the last manager to consistently bring through young players and give young players an opportunity en masse. But anyway, I wonder who will be the next manager. Let's listen to a little bit of Sin Salo again before we jump into some more of the comments.
You boys showed unbelievable character and strength all through the season to go on and obviously to win the league, but also in the Scottish Cup showed incredible grit and resilience at times. We've had extra time wins, we also had a penalty shootout win as well to get here. In terms of the mentality of the boys, is it just that you have to go again, show that grit and desire this Saturday?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's that. Like I said there earlier, it's a huge football club where winning's required. Everyone understands that, and that's the first message you kind of get, and you have to understand when you come to a club like Celtic. So yeah, we've done really well to get to the position that we're in. A lot of things have obviously happened during the season, and I think this cup run that we've gone on is a great example of how we've been as a squad. We've found late winners. We've gone to Ibrox away from home and managed to get to the next round. And yeah, so it's not come easy with the amount of games that especially we had during that time when we went there. And yeah, late winners, you say about Dundee at home, where we find a late equaliser and go on to win the game extra time. And even here when we played in the semi-final, you go on that 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute spell of scoring 4 goals. But yeah, it's summarised the season really well, this cup run, and hopefully we can top it off with going and winning it.
Yes, going and winning it. That will be the objective. Oh, I tell you one thing. Is it just me, or does he remind you of a younger goalkeeper that went back to Hearts that was at Celtic? Combination between the holy goalie. He's very, very well spoken and astute and very assured, very confident young man, and I love that. And I think that there's an aura about him, and I think that he could go on to be a legend of a goalkeeper for Celtic. Just hope I'm right. Wonder what Keith Jackson, McInnes, McCoist would say. The footage, who cares? Let's move on from it. McInnes is talented chancer. It's amazing how they've not had to block any zombies. It's amazing, isn't it? Chilpill's not had to block a single zombie. They've gone. They've hidden. Thank you for everything you've done over the course of the season, and thank you to everyone who is on the spanners that keeps an eye on the chat for me. Martin O'Neill came into retirement and said, "Yeah, I'm back," like John Wick. Pissing the rain, long trench coat, all battle stained and worn, and breeches almost red there at the knees. A Sam Brown belt with the buckle big and strong, a holster that's been empty many a day, but not for long. Oh man, the Celtic board need to come out and say something about the lies. Heart, don't let it go. We've won the league again. Fly the flag. I would take Thomas Frank. Take Thomas Frank as the manager. The dust will clear and Celtic will be champions 25-26 for the Huns. They should be looking, who cares about them? What's up? Oh, wait till I see this. He's blocked me, but he has spoken. He has blocked me, but he has spoken. There's more yet to be revealed regarding the SFA. George Folks has went on to Twitter and said that there is more yet to be revealed regarding the SFA. Angry Bear. And I won't say it because he's blocked me, because he's about as mature as I mean, flying shite yourself anyway. So there you go. There's more to be revealed regarding the SFA. It's done and dusted. It's finished. Game over. Celtic won it. McInnes asked for the game to be halted. Clutching at straw stuff is he. The English media giving them air cover today. Yep. They've hated us for years. Yes, they have. It's not decades. It's been more than decades, mate. It's been more than decades. It's been since we came to freshen. And the media awards night tonight. Some more shite from Keith Jackson. Yeah. Tony Bloom looks like Mr. Bean. We should have moved for the Motherwell manager. I'm gutted we didn't go for him. Yep, mate, you were one of the ones that did say that you wanted the Motherwell manager. You were quite consistent with that call. If we can't get him, I'm kind of hoping that we'll go for someone like Kieran McKenna. I don't think Celtic will. Don't know the fact that I think they've been promoted. We'll wait and see. The media are so disingenuous. This and that. I would ban all Scottish media from Celtic Park. I think we should actually. Martin O'Neill could or should be going for a treble. Could go for a treble. He might have cost us the treble. Good article in the National worth a read by Kelly Given. I'll need to have a look at that. I think that was one that somebody sent me this after just about 10 minutes ago, actually. McCoist needs to be called out for his comments. Even Turkey Heat has calmed it down. But McCoist nowhere near the TV. It'll be interesting to see what they say tomorrow in the media. That is for sure. Goal of the Scottish Cup so far, Tenecti goal versus Talbot. Interesting. I still think Nancy was the right manager at completely the wrong time. Manager should have been before the end of the season. When you look at the style of football that he played, I mean, people will go, look, when you look at what he had achieved in the game, I think that he was a manager that had great potential, and you could understand. Do you know? I mean, everyone looked into him. I mean, all the fan media sites and YouTube channels looked into him and gave him an appraisal and tried to talk him up as a manager, and it just didn't work out. Sometimes it doesn't work out as managers. Do you know? It's just they don't get it. Do you know? He didn't understand. For someone that said that he watched Celtic from afar, he definitely didn't understand the concept of must win every game. It's okay for a manager to say, yeah, I get that, we need to win every game. You can be a bit blasé in saying it. Do you know? You can be a bit, we all say that, don't we? No, seriously, at Celtic, you need to win every game. Simple. You know, there's no dropping 3 games in a row. There's no losing 3 games in a row. It just doesn't happen at Celtic. Never mind 6. Anyway, go and get the double done. Yes, let's forget about Nancy, even though he will get a winner's medal. Strangely enough, as will Brendan Rodgers. The Rangers need Celtic to win to avoid the Conference League football, so they'll be cheering on us through gritted teeth. It's weird because there are Rangers fans who have bought tickets for the Dunfermline end. Weird as that is. Strange, isn't it? What a strange bunch. Do you know what's been really funny is because on social media, now and again you'll see some nonsense come up from a Rangers site, and you're looking at it and you're like, what an absolute. They talk about obsession, and it's like they've just been at it all week. I don't think it was what Nancy was saying at half time. It's the game he was playing too high intensity for the personnel we have. We're just running out of steam. Hearts were on the top of the league because of Nancy. Bring on 57. It'll be lovely next season when Celtic are going for 57. Do you know? And the fact that we are now going for 57. I mean, Rangers are only going for 56. They can no longer sing. They've got to sack Simply the Best, surely. I mean, after Celtic fans owning it at their ground, and Rangers fans looking about, not a clue what to sing. I mean, back in the good old day when it was a full stadium, pre-2019, it was the add-on bits that Celtic used to do. Don't know. It was the you know the words. It was the added on bit that we used to add on to the song, just to get at them. But now we've completely taken over the song. They cannot, before a game next season, first game of the season, they come walking out. And I'm like, Simply the Best, better than all the rest. No, you aren't. You've finished third. You've won nada. Absolute nada. You can't sing Simply the Best anymore. You just can't. We've owned that as well. We've owned the referees. We told the referee to finish the game. Oh, sorry, that was McInnes. I heard that wrong. Yeah, it was McInnes that called out and wanted the ref to stop, wasn't it? Derek McInnes wanted his players off the pitch. Anyway, top channel, love it. Thank you for that. Martin, Gordon, Lenny all know how to get the best out of players. Oh. Didn't he tell me that's who you're wanting as a backroom staff? Oh, that's Simon Jordan on Talk Sport. I can't wait to Talk Sport the morning. Honestly. As soon as I'm finished the live, should we do a hackathon? Is Talk Sport? Shall we do a hackathon to talk sport tomorrow morning? That would be hilarious. Just like hundreds of Celtic fans on at the one time, absolutely giving it to Jordan at tight. That would be brilliant. Anyway, they call Mart a Tig behind his back. Yes, they do, don't they? Aye. They do that. I'm going to jump through some of these. That's no goalkeeper. There's loads of comments. Apologise for not getting through the comments. Celtic, we need to start backing us as fans if it's quick enough for Aston money for season tickets, etc. Get their arses off and release a statement or videos of Hearts players assaulting fans. It's not the Celtic way, is it? It's the Celtic way to just shut up and let them do their talking and let them have their meltdown. If we've got a caretaker manager, we've got a caretaker head of the club. It's not the ideal position. We've now got Paul McStay and Willie Hockey doing a little tour with Matt McGlone, doing a little tour of Scotland, visiting areas and trying to drum up support for a campaign to try and get people on the board, but he's still in bed with the board. I don't know how that will come across with fans. Don't know whether they'll completely trust Willie Hockey. Don't know what is his agenda with trying to get this 10 million to get the fans on the board when you are the board. You are in there. Don't know. It's anyway. It's a funny old situation that Celtic find themselves in, isn't it? Criminal damage by using discriminatory language. Oof. Hatate will be sub and come on. It'll be his last game. I wonder if Hatate will come on. But as we should wait until April the 1st and then offer the job to Derek McInnes. Keep Martin O'Neill just till next April the 1st and then just go, all right, Derek, you fancy the job. Lineker. Stick to flogging. Chris, me and the missus are really looking forward to the World Cup so much that she's oh, Jesus. Oh man, I'm going to jump through the comments. I'm not caring if I'm missing them out now because that was just nuts, absolutely nuts. What's our code word for Operation Super Scoreboard? I don't know, use make that up. From the 88th season, Celtic had quite a good relationship with Dunfermline fans, so if the Cream Bums are snapping up tickets, Dunfermline end, no doubt will ruin the fans. Who cares? It's poof, who cares? Anyway, right, that has been done and dusted for this evening. Are the board saving money for a stadium rebuild? No, I wouldn't think that they're saving money for a stadium rebuild. I don't think that's anywhere in the agenda. We could do one as the hotel, as you suggested a while ago. The hotel wasn't a suggestion, mate. That was actually, it went through the planning. And the planning was approved by Glasgow City Council. But the Celtic had to commence works within a 3-year period. And at the end of the 3-year period, COVID struck. And that was it. The code word is Amanda. Amanda. I take it there was there was one of them in called Amanda. The Hunnery have a freak code word title. It's only 55 more to catch Celtic. Yeah, there is that. Anyway, I shall see you all in the morning. Sevco want 1.3 million for their sun-kissed seats. Who cares? Who cares? Anyway, I shall see you in the morning. It's glorious because Celtic, it's official. We are champions. We knew it was official anyway. But before we go, we need to listen to the guy on VAR again. Just for old time. It's like Old Lang Syne. We will listen to him again.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
There's no goalkeeper.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
to the Scottish FA and the SPFL questioning the troubling precedent set by the premature end.
Clock's good.
Looks good. Head up.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
Oh, there's no goalkeeper.
It was clearly on half and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll check it.
Oh,
Checking on-field decision of goal. I think let's just go for this. Aye, just make sure there's nothing that we've not
We've
missed.
got a pitch invasion.
Clear header, yeah. And we've got the time. There's no foul there.
See, the thing is, you can actually see him rewinding
We've got a
it.
pitch invasion.
Clear header, yeah. And
I
we've
mean,
got
they
the time.
rewind it all the way
There's
back.
no foul there.
Clear header.
Guinness is
Clearly
dead
it was
below
on
the
half.
Pitch invasion.
Yeah. Don, it's Kevin confirming on-field decision of goal.
What a good Catholic name. John, it's Kevin. I'd be checking his last name. Kevin Barry was on VAR.
Check complete.
below the
You're
whistle.
nearly.
Hearts are happy to finish, Don. Hearts are happy to finish. Derek McInnes has told me they're happy to finish. Come on. So they can get their players off. They want their players off the pitch.
Shiting it there. One of the players off the pitch. Get off the pitch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
The Hearts want their players off.
And there you go.
Is it finished?
Is it finished?
Good one.
Confirming
Kevin,
game is finished.
okay?
Yeah, confirming the game's finished.
Have an absolutely fantastic evening, Celtic fans. Wherever, Amanda, are you watching? See you all in the morning. Barry's his middle name.